Hello everyone! Today I'll show you the new and updated version on how to play multiplayer in Kawaiicraft. So first let's check out the new updates made in this game. So they have a usable computer here, and let's check the items. They also have brand new skins. First, we have a unicorn egg. There are plenty of other eggs too, as you can see. There's a witch's cauldron, and then some couches, and then we have more insects and furnitures. So you can find these in the non-cubic stuff. Just click the lava bucket. And then we have brand new paintings. We also have a globe here, a toy shovel, some themed items, and in building blocks we have some sports related blocks or balls, and then we have new food, chocolates, gingerbread, sushi, and then we have a new tool in the tools and armor section. Then more different kinds of items like a canvas, bookshelf, pearl, and then we have some paws linens. I guess you can put this on your bed to change the design. So let's spawn the unicorn, and this is how it looks like. Let's take a look on how the witch's cauldron appears. Then the couch, and then we'll spawn the butterfly, try to use the soccer ball and the paw linen. Here we are sitting on the couch. Just tap on the couch once again to dismount. Here's a violet butterfly. You can grab it by using a bug net, and then a soccer ball, which is used by throwing it. And there we have it so far. Now let's move on to the main purpose of this video, which is checking out on how to play the multiplayer. So we have exited the game, click multiplayer on the top, and then scroll on whatever server you'd like to join. Make sure to enter your game, no spaces or any special symbols. And then we'll also add a password. Now, this password isn't for the server itself, but for your account, I suppose. And we are having some kind of malfunctions over here, but we've did this correctly. Now, it might take some time to load, so let's just wait for a moment. And also, from what I know, Kawaiicraft is not only the free Minecraft game that you can play, and it is actually connected to other games like Multicraft. So you can play multiplayer with other players from Multicraft, Kawaiicraft, and maybe also crafting and building. Because from what I know, crafting and building is connected to Minecraft, and you can play Minecraft with only using crafting and building, although you need to log in with an account. You can check that out in one of my videos. Here we are in the server. We have the classic skin that is given for new players. We can change it by clicking this player icon on the bottom. Once you've clicked the inventory, and just pick whatever skin that you'd like. You can interact with players if you like, help them, teach them, and also help with the server. Although I am not quite sure how you can make your own server in Kawaiicraft or Multicraft. But that would be probably more complex if we try to figure that out. For now, let's explore in this server. Also, I've noticed that it's much more easier now to join servers. Unlike before, you had to do multiple retries, and I think the password was meant for joining the server. Well, they also have rules here. So this server is probably connected to Multicraft or any other related Minecraft games for this to be possible. And you can really see here that this multiplayer function is true, since there are player names and you can also see them chatting with each other or maybe also running around the map. So in this game, you can really meet other players and not just game added NPCs. You can also remove blocks, build your own houses. You can see that some buildings over here are griefed or ruined by other players that have joined here probably. And you can see the player names over there. Also, if you lose all your health, there will be a bone block that will spawn that indicates where you have died. Just like this one. You can also grab it if you'd like. But aside from that, you can keep exploring around. And I think the controls are also much more easier now, unlike before where you have to keep moving slowly. And it was much more tricky than before. In some occasions, while you're playing in a server, you might see people flying, which are admins, and they would also have rainbow colored armor. And they keep the server nice and controlled. They keep an eye if there are like hackers or any people going against the rules. You can see the chat from the bottom left here. This guy is trying to interact with the admin. So let's just watch what will happen for entertainment. Well, moving on, I see 3 players over there and they're pretty active. They're moving around, very lively. So let's check them out. There's one player running over here. Let's check one of their builds and see how it looks like. So here's one big building over here and some kind of water entrance. Then some tricky stairs. Aha. Wait, let's remove our sprint and go in first person mode, since playing like this is kind of difficult to navigate. Now we are at the second floor and it's like kind of a museum, some kind of display things. And they have also placed some areas over here. Area 200 by Luna Werewolf, Spawn 281, and other more areas to check out. And here we are. Are they flying? No, it's just the water. Also, beware if you lose all your health. You may not retrieve your items once again. To exit, just click the pause button and exit the menu to check out other servers. And then just fill out the needed requirements, name and password, and there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this updated version on how to play multiplayer on Kawaiicraft. Please click the like and subscribe button, leave a comment on what you think about this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!